Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
It's the FairPlay Wine of the Week. Where are we today, guys?
We're at Bumgarner Winery.
Right?
Bumgarner Winery and FairPlay. We have two locations, so this is our FairPlay location.
Right. You know, I got a little confused, but I was like, no, not Apple Hill, up in FairPlay.
That's right.
And where is FairPlay? Can you tell us where FairPlay is?
It's nestled right in between Amador and El Dorado. It's in the southern part of El Dorado. So it's an El Dorado AVA, but it's a sub-appellation of El Dorado.
Right.
Nestled right on the northern part of Amador County.
Okay, great.
So on E16, if you're coming from Amador, you just scoot up Shenandoah Valley Road, and that's E16. It takes you right to FairPlay.
More wine, right? Absolutely. The thing is, there's 25 wineries here in FairPlay alone.
There's an amazing abundance of wineries. There's a lot of small family-owned wineries that are producing amazing fruit up there.
Right. I mean, a lot of them have won gold, double gold with the San Francisco Chronicle and other prestigious wine events.
And it's historical. We've been making wines up here since, my vineyard was planted in 1978. So there's been grapes growing up here for quite a while.
Yeah, that's a long time when you think back about it. The 70s.
Yep.
For us, because we're a little older, that was when we were kids.
That's
that
right.
was when we were children. And so, but it does have a history right here in El Dorado County that some of the first winemakers came from that gold rush, right?
The gold rush brought people from all over the world. Many of them brought vine cuttings from the old country and planted vineyards. El Dorado County has a history that goes back to the 1850s.
Right.
Some of the first wineries in California were right here in El Dorado County.
Wow. And so that really plays a role in California history. And California history kind of becomes intertwined with wine history in California.
Absolutely, absolutely. The winemaking in El Dorado County, like I said, has a long history. Some of the very first state fair winners were from El Dorado County.
Wow.
Vying with Napa Valley and
so
forth. But
in FairPlay, a lot of folks don't know that obviously you can come up from Amador. You can also go Highway 50, Missouri Flat Road, and cut over. It's about 25 minutes off the beaten path there.
Right.
And but it's still not that far from Sacramento, not that far from the Bay Area, right?
You're an hour from Sacramento, maybe a little more, maybe an hour and 15.
Mm-hmm.
If you get up to Placerville, you're about half an hour from Placerville.
All right. Bumgarner, which wineries do you guys make here?
Well, Bumgarner has a couple different brands, but basically our state brand is Bumgarner. We also have a Silver Fork label, which is our sustainable returnable bottles with a flip top lid. Anything with a flip top comes back and you get a bottle credit.
Oh, wow.
Those are ready to drink, and they include some carbonated wines, hard ciders, and some still wines.
Right. I had some of the cider a couple weeks ago up in Apple Hill, and it was very good. It was a hot day, and that just hit the spot. So that was terrific. What varietals do you guys specialize in?
Mostly big reds, but on our estate, we actually grow mostly whites.
Oh, wow.
So we've been producing since 2005. We started out with Cabernet as our flagship, and from there we've expanded into Tempranillo, Barbera, Petit Syrah. We do some Rhone blends, like a GSM we call Fiona after our youngest daughter.
Oh, nice.
Which is what you're
full
having.
body, Fiona,
absolutely
right?
terrific.
We have a fuller-bodied version of a Rhone blend, which is our L, which is named after our oldest daughter. And then we do, as I said, Cabernet Franc, Cabernet Sauvignon, we do Merlot.
Lots of French varietals.
Lots of French varieties.
I mean, the thing that's so great about FairPlay, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be, is there's so many microclimates you can grow a lot of types of grapes, right?
El Dorado as an appellation, and FairPlay in general, we have grapes being grown from 1,500 feet to 3,500 feet. So there's a huge range of grapes that'll do well up here. FairPlay specifically is more like 2,300 to about 2,800 feet.
Right.
But
the highest elevation for an AVA.
Yeah, have highest average elevation of any AVA in the country.
Wow. Now, as a winemaker, that must just be a lot of options that gives you.
It's a tremendous number of grapes. So it's over 70 different grape varietals for Colorado County.
I didn't know that many. I knew it was a lot.
Most diverse region.
It's one of the most diverse regions.
That is incredible.
I mean, everything from Italian grapes to Rhone grapes to Spanish grapes. Tempranillo is one of my favorites. But you can even get into, Rieslings, Gewürztraminers up in the higher elevations.
Right.
Warm, more Mediterranean varieties.
Now, quick question, Brian, and I ask a lot of winemakers this. What was the moment or what was the idea behind, I'm going to start making wine?
I would say in my travels, Jennifer and I traveled in Europe.
Okay.
30 years ago now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 30 years
Time
ago.
flies, huh?
Yeah, 1992, we were traveling in Europe, and everywhere we went, we just enjoyed the wines. We came back to the area where Jennifer grew up.
Oh, wow.
And we were planning on being here for a short time as house setters.
Sure.
But ended up just falling in love and discovering the wine region. And
Wow.
I took a job up here and worked in the winery for 11 years. And
Right.
the nexus of the journey was there. I started making wine in 1993.
Okay.
30 years on, 15 years into it, we produced our first vintage in 2005. And
Wow.
Commercial vintage.
Right. And now look at
I've
you.
been making wine for 30 years.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, to me, it's a mix of art and science. Winemaking is, right? I mean,
It is.
It's the art is in I'm going to try this, and the science in you kind of got to do that to make it work. Right.
That's what makes it all work, right?
Right,
You have
right.
to have that to make a sound wine, I believe. But the art part of it is something that you get to express and have your passion and your specific style represented.
Right. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
And thanks so much for inviting us up. How can folks find you guys online? Social media, websites, Facebook pages, that sort of thing?
Bumgarnerwinery.com.
Okay.
We're also on Instagram at Bumgarner Winery, as well as Facebook. Check us out. Come visit. Make the journey out to FairPlay and see what it's all about.
And if you can't make it to FairPlay, we have a second tasting room in Camino, right in Apple Hill. We've been there for, 13, 14 years now.
Oh, wow, that long. Yeah, I knew you guys were there. I see you all the time. And like I said, I had some of the cider a few weeks ago, and it was the first time I tasted your cider, and I was very impressed. It was very crisp and just had a real
we
good
do a
taste.
drier style of cider, which is my preference. But it's definitely a growing part of our business. I'd say probably a third of our business.
Oh,
is
wow,
cider.
that much. Huh? Wow.
It's really growing a lot right now.
Yeah. Well, thanks for having us in.
Thank you very much.
And
Cheers.
come and visit FairPlay and Bumgarner.